This is Arteaga, and this is my green technology project. To start off, my project is named the Helianthus Bill. Helianthus is actually sunflower in Latin, and which is why I chose an image of a field of sunflowers. Considering what my bill contains, I found it most appropriate. Alright, so what is the Helianthus Bill? It is a bill that will be established and approved of by local governments of rundown areas that have succumbed to pollution. Essentially, this bill is to help renew the towns. How, you ask? Here's how. New urbanism, which will focus on creating these rundown polluted towns to transform into walking accessible layouts. Also, will include the setup of renewable energy sources, and in this case, I refer to solar panels or solar energy. And finally, the establishment of environmental social programs, which will aim to provide the poor with clean and accessible resources. Why? To begin with, air pollution and the lack of resources have become rising concerns in today's time. Air pollution is starting to rise, and the poor remain food insecure, especially during these times of need. Additionally, it is a goal to aid those who struggle to catch up with the rest of urbanized areas. It is not fair in my eyes to let only certain areas thrive while others suffer. And to add, considering the air pollution situation, I think it's essential to consider and attempt any possible solution. In all, I hope that this bill is a step closer for individuals to interact with our environment and will be deemed as the beginning of formulating efficient ways to improve living conditions. What problem is the technology aiming to solve? As mentioned before, this bill aims to reduce the amount of food insecure households and decrease the amount of contributors to worsening air pollution, because today, as shown here, in 2018, 14.3 million American households were food insecure with limited or uncertain access to enough food. And in 2019, about 70 million tons of pollution were emitted into the atmosphere in the United States. Alright, so Operation 1, New Urbanism. New urbanism is the urban design movement which focuses on promoting environmentally friendly habits by creating walking accessible neighborhoods containing a wide range of resources. New urbanism has the expected pros of creating more human interaction, accommodate multimodal transportation, and efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emission, mixed use, and diversity in terms of the layout being useful and giving in more ways than one, green transportation, which could aim towards electric cars. New urbanism will aim towards reclaiming underutilized and neglected areas, explaining the goal to urbanize the areas, and in all, the idea is pragmatic and holistic. Despite the pros that come with new urbanism, there are also many relevant cons to it. Considering new urbanism is still in process across the nation, an issue to new urbanism is the scale. It is claimed that new urbanists intend to start off on a small scale. The economic and lifestyle demands imply that urban and suburban life requires facilities and other establishments on a much larger scale than predicted. This issue can lead to the concern of underfunding. Additionally, there has not been much research to indicate that new urbanism areas have led to the decrease of transportation, such as by vehicle. Marketing can be a hassle, considering the need to brainstorm new ideas that will be acceptable in the workplace. It requires a lot of effort and research to get approved and make it a success. Alright, on to Operation 2, solar panels. A solar panel is basically a device that is used to absorb the sun's rays and convert it into energy, typically electricity. Solar panels, solar energy to be exact, is a renewable energy source that is most commonly known in one way or another. When it comes to solar panels, it can lead to a lot of cost savings on energy bills and lowers electricity consumption. Additionally, houses with solar panels are said to be increased in home value, but what's most important is that it contributes to the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions like CO2. Along with having these pros, it also has its cons. The most notable cons are that solar panels cannot collect solar energy at night. This is viewed as a very big disadvantage and also leads into the next issue of solar panels being weather dependent. The amount of solar energy collected varies on seasons and the times of day. Also, solar panels have at best the efficiency rate of 20% and are expensive to install, although the costs are slowly starting to decrease. last operation, Operation 3, environmental social programs. This operation in my head focuses on establishing environmental social programs that specialize in creating healthy and reliable food sources. These programs will require the creation of a community garden, which could be filled with a variety of fruits and vegetables. These programs will have posts across the town so that most people have an easy access to receiving their necessary resources. Maintaining and creating a community garden will hopefully motivate and be a pushing force to clean and fix the rundown areas. To wrap it up, why does this interest me? The idea of new urbanism was introduced to me my freshman year at Wheeling High School. It was on my AP exam, and admittedly, I did not remember a single thing about it. Once it was explained, I was captivated by the idea. There are many areas throughout the state, country, and the world that have succumbed to pollution and have become neglected. I liked the idea of creating something that included a bit of government aid for the people, and in all, I thought this was a great idea. The underutilized areas could really use the Healing This bill. And the last slide is just a list of all the websites I used. So, thank you.